Hey y'all, Funsize here. Welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved Mobile. So, the last day has been a whirlwind of grinding and fabricating and crafting and smelting. I took our little shack here, I turned it into a smelting indie forge type thing with 20 forges. It's actually really cheap, and guys, you should consider this. If you're going to use a temporary situation like on PVX Clock where you place something and you have 24 hours with it before the clock rolls back around again, and then you have to destroy it, or you know it's going to get destroyed, there's really no point in making an indie forge. These took me maximum 5 minutes to whip up. I was able to fill them all with about 1.5k ingot each, and I left it smelting overnight. And I didn't need an indie forge, and it was just as effective. So really keep that in mind. You really don't have to waste all of the resources on an industrial forge on a temporary situation. So I did craft up an industrial forge, but it's sitting in a Perlovia waiting for a permanent base. I threw a generator in here, chem bench, fabricator. I figure if they're going to see it from the outside, they're going to see it from the outside and they'll smash in. But for now, I'm keeping it somewhat hidden. PvP zone is about to roll around, so we're just going to shut this up. And we're going to pretend we were raided. So I'm going to stash these tames away. This guy I'm going to move around to another area of the PvE zone so that he'll be safe come morning, and I can keep him safe. So I've got to do that quickly because PvP just hit. So you take off your saddle. Let's put these out because they're drawing attention. It's been a really good 2 times. We've gotten so much stuff you wouldn't believe it. I'm going to demo my dinosaur gate first thing. Just quickly throw the Dodicarus in PvE before I transfer him. This is one of the advantages of having a base right on the edge of PvE. It's quite easy to quickly whisk tames away. And there, all my stuff is safe. There have been people scouting me all day. I've seen a lot of people looking at me and wondering who I am, what I'm up to. Obviously, I'm in a stone shack smelting a bunch of stuff, so they probably think I'm a noob and they're waiting to raid me. So what I'm going to do is try to beat them to the punch, raid myself. They'll all get there and think, oh, it's too late. That's my goal anyway. Lag has been a serious issue all through 2 times. It's basically impossible to get this thing to do anything the way you want it to. Alright, I'm going to leave him up the hill. I left my other wolf up the hill, the one I was using for chitin. I'm going to leave him in PvP. I'll even leave him near my wolf so they can spot each other. Using these ruins as a fake pen, just to control their wandering a little bit. I'm just going to stow my stuff quickly in my hidden caches, and then we'll get the Dodicarus next. So as I mentioned, we've been doing some major grinding. We are huge strides toward our prefab base. Thinking I'm going to check out underwater caves next, so that's what this episode will be. I'm going to shuttle off underwater, grab myself probably an ichthyosaur, and go exploring underwater. Alright, I'll leave these 2 together here. Quickly, we're going to go and break our shack, because if someone comes in and they see all this, the first thing they're going to see is all those forges, and they're going to want to break them. And I've had this happen before. When there are that many things, they just throw down C4, C4, C4. I don't want that. So, what do I want? I want to break all the ones on this wall, because I don't want them blowing this wall open. Gotta hurry up and break all of these. I'm hearing gates around here. I know they're going to be coming soon. Now, I do know that if I have to use this again, I will have to repair it. I'm honestly not worried. Now, you look at that and tell me it hasn't been raided. And now I'm out of here. I'm not going to show my face. Again, I want them to think, oh, he's gone. Hopefully, just hopefully, nobody notices the fabricator, the chem bench, or the generator in there. If they don't, that means that I have another day of using that chem bench, which is good because I have about 60,000 chitin to still process into CP. So we're going to fly south. We're going to find a nice little place to stow this guy where he'll be safe until, say, tomorrow noon. And then I'm going to lock him up, feed him, and we're going to go tame an ichthy, because why not? So, story of this little baby wolf. We got him kind of as repayment for the Brontos that we gave to the alphas. So he was supposed to be bred. He was bred with their main mutation breeder, and he was supposed to get some amazing stats, but he got the dad stats. So he's pretty much run-of-the-mill humdrum. Looks like he did get a melee mutation on it, maybe. As far as we can tell, he got a melee mutation of about 200%, which was quite nice. So I'm going to keep him alive just for that, just to keep that mutation going, if that's what it is. Plus, it'd be nice to have a little imprinted wolf. This is just going to be a temporary stand-in, because obviously I want to do all kinds of breeding with cave wolves, showing you all how that works, how to best optimize cave wolf levels versus stats, all that joy. So this guy will be our stand-in until then. We did do Swamp Cave on max boost with, well, almost max boost, no broth, but almost max boost with the 2x weekend, so I got up to about level 84. I think I might be 85 now, which was enough to get me the chem bench and vaults and the indie forge and all that. And we're getting close to industrial cooker. I do want to push to that because that's going to be really necessary for prepping to run dungeons, and I'm going to want to stow that probably in my underwater cave once we secure that. I've gotten a lot of feedback that underwater caves are terrible, and I'm going to get meshed, I'm going to get Tuso meshed, I'm going to get destroyed because you can only have 10 turrets. Trust me guys, I know the faults of underwater caves, I've seen them all. I have an idea, and I'm going to try to do this and see how it goes. So hang in there. It's not going to be my main base, it's going to be my starter kind of semi-base while I put up one above ground. I don't have to hold it long, I just have to hold it about a week or so. And then it can kind of become our cooking area backup reserve. I have gotten so many Perlovias in the last few days because I've made a rule for myself. I spent so much time looking for Perlovias where you want one, so you're searching for a low level one so it's easy to tame, because I don't really need weight on them, I need the item slots. So you're searching and searching and searching, and it takes so much time. So my new rule is if I find a Perlovia underneath level 60, I tame it right then and there. And I've been coming across so many, so I think now I have something like 9 Perlovias, only half of them are full. But it's great to be prepared, and they're so easy to tame. It's just 2 darts with my rifle, and then about 8 prime meat, and I don't even have to ball them. So that's incredibly handy. Very shortly we're going to be tribing. The reason I haven't tribed before now is because I know how Nomad works. I know how to milk it for all it's worth, use it just right, keep myself hidden, keep myself off the map, not be raided. I mean, we had a whole season where we were only raided once, and that was from my fault. So I know how this works really, really well. Whereas if I brought someone else in, first of all, I don't want to subject them to that. Nomad is not an easy way to play. It takes a total change in perspective and the way you think about the game. I mean, when I started Nomad, it took me a good week or two to just adjust and learn how to do things effectively and efficiently because it's so different. So I don't want to put someone else through that, first of all. Second, I feel like they'd be in that learning curve, they wouldn't have the exact same ideas about it as I would, and so it would wind up possibly giving us away, we might lose stuff, they might not stick to it as religiously as I do. I feel like it's just best if I get a base down so that we can play standard style with whoever I collab with. And I can teach them bit by bit about how I hide stuff. Ooh, 270 bear. We're gonna get that. We're gonna get that before the ichthy. But I feel like if I can teach them about the playstyle bit by bit as we go, it'll just go easier on both of us. Alright, here we go. We're at the border, on the safe side. So right at the foot of the volcano here, I'm going to put a little shack and hide him inside. Fill him up with meat and come check on him when we're done our episode. So yeah, that's kind of our first major goal, is get a base down so that I can start collaborating, so I can start tribing, because I'll tell you what, nothing like a 2x weekend to drive home the inefficiency of solo life when it comes to massive gathering. I'm out there with the Dodicarus wishing there was somebody to swing, with the Ankylosaurus wishing there was someone to swing, because it's just painstaking. So we definitely want to get that down as soon as possible. Alright, we're going to use this trick I just learned. Drag that down there. Learned that watching the first video of a new YouTuber, and y'all should go check out. Shout out to Ian Carlo Gaming, so that's IANCARLO Gaming on YouTube. His first video, he demonstrated how to use that, so really awesome, and great to have that little technique at our fingertips, because I never knew that you could do that. And it's so handy for crafting large bases just to stick something in the hotbar and just hit it a bunch of times. So, shout out to Ian Carlo Gaming. Thank you. Alright, let's just grab what we need to finish this little 2x2. The reason I like having it in the hotbar is because you can tap it also to see what you need to craft more instead of going into your inventory. I just find it to be a huge time saver. Ooh, 182 Rex saddle. Alright, right there's good. This is ideal. That'll give us almost a day to get back to him. We'll just make sure his food's topped up. Wow, we took all of it. Let's go get more. There we go. Alright, while we wait for him to need stego kibble for imprint, which I'm going to wind up probably getting... Oh, I forgot to drop that off. Well, that's alright. We're probably going to wind up getting stego kibble from our chef station, so I should probably watch as many ads as possible for that. But while we wait for the stego kibble to be ready for him, we're going to head back over and we're going to knock out that bear, and then I'm going to fly and grab my flowers from my beehive, which has been cooking non-stop for quite a while now. Do you have enough fiber for that? Just in case the bear proves too much to handle, which has happened before because bears are dangerous. Alright, I'm thinking that should keep him in, despite its haphazard nature. Argentavis defying the laws of physics. Like a pro. Alright, let's try to get him in this side. Ha! That is how you catch a dire bear. Now that trap will not hold him for long, because it's made of wood, because I was lazy. So we give him the standard trank dart treatment. Hindsight, I should have used stone. I was lazy. The deer walks in front of the camera. Thankfully it's day, so if he gets out, we can always chase him down. There we go. Alright, we're going to throw up some spike walls around him just because I've got to go get the honey and I'm paranoid. Alright, let's go get ourselves some honey. Where even am I? Oh lovely, I've got to cross the PvP zone. Do I go around or do I go through? You only live once. I've only got my whole kit on me. What harm could it possibly do? Ooh, Alpha Raptor. Heck, I got time. Oh, and Alpha Carno. I've really got to do this, but if I do it, I've got to be careful because that Carno will wreck me. Unless I use my Argentavis. I gotta get it on this action. Raptor in the water, you're mine. Tools. Nothing huge. If I can get him into deep enough water where he's swimming, he'd be all mine. Now for an industrial grill right now and a bunch of fridges. Oh yeah, he's mine. Should probably have thrown down that sleeping bag. You know, he hasn't bitten me once. Sad. Never even bit me. Ooh, a crossbow. That's nice. Some armor. Guaranteed I got a level there. We get to land. No, maybe I didn't get a level. Alright, let's get going out of PvP here. I thought for sure I'd get a level off of that. Man. Alpha Raptor and an Alpha Carno? It's because I didn't have any boosts running. Alright, let's cut over to our beehive. Oh, pretty frog. Oh, and it's 270. If I had a use for him, I could use him instead of an Ichthy. Let's do it. Oh shoot, there's another one. This plan was not very well thought through. Croak. He croaked. I have no idea how I'm going to tame that guy. Maybe I'll get a 3 times balm. What will he need prime-wise? Let's see. 42 down to probably, that's probably like 32-ish. And then, okay. I think I could do that. Bomb him up. Transfer that over. Alright, so we slap down the foundation. There, as deep as it can go. Door frame. There. Ladder there. Ceiling there. Come up on top. And access the BMF. Pretty awesome, and we're ready. I should have brought all my extra flowers, but that's okay. Alright, we'll come back when this guy's tamed, and then we're going to head over, tame up the bear. Hopefully it's still unconscious. It should be. They don't wake up too quickly. And then we'll probably insta-tame the bear because we've got honey. And then we're going to take this frog to the high seas, and we are going to see how we can do checking out all the underwater caves. So it's not quite as fast as an Ichthy, but we will make do. We'll level only speed on this guy. He doesn't need stamina when he's in the water, so speed it will be. So make sure to grab the ones from the bottom because those ones are the newest produced and therefore the longest lasting. Now we're going to get right back over and we're going to take the safe route. I did not realize how much better it would be to go this way, so yeah, that was much easier than going through the PvP zone. Would say I should have done that the first time, but then I wouldn't have found those alphas, so. He's still out, hopefully by quite a bit. Yeah, he's doing great. Doubt it'll be an insta-tame, but we might get him halfway, we'll see. 33%, not bad. Might just fly to the coast for some jellyfish. I will get back to y'all when we are back with our bear. And here we are. His ratio of taming to torpor is not that bad, actually. This biotoxin will seal the deal for sure. So let's just keep 50 to ourselves. Can't wait for the June loot drop. I'm hoping they have one. It's going to be really awesome to see what they bring us and prep for the dungeons. I've already got around 1,200 shotgun shells, probably 800 long neck bullets. I don't have a good sword blueprint yet, so I'm going to want to grind for one of those. Because I need a sword. Or a pike, a good pike blueprint. But probably sword. The DPS really helps to avoid damage, and then I really want to get that indie cooker, so the base needs to go down, and then I need to do a bunch of cave running, and that's where having tribe mates will help a lot. So we're coming to the end of our solo days here. It's been fun. It's been fun. Alright, so we got this dire bear almost tamed up. We did go check on our little wolf. We got him what he needed as far as kibble and some cooked meat, so he should be set for the night. There we go. Hello, Mr. Bear. Yeah, he's gonna go south. If we teleport him, he's gonna go south. Okay, so I'm gonna leave him here for now. He'll be fine until tomorrow. I'm gonna put him on neutral, and he'll be fine. He'll be set. We're going to head north. We're going to stow the Argentavis, and we're going to get ourselves some CP for the saddle. We're going to get the Beezle Bufo saddle, then we're going to go underwater. I do have a ton of flippers and all that stuff, so let's just check the tribe log quickly, see what we've lost, if we've lost anything. Nope, nobody even touched our shack. It means we've got another 24 hours with that chem bench. It means it worked. That's awesome. Those are the guys I got the Bronto from. Brontos. They got wise to what I was doing and they reset all the tame timers on it. So I'm just going to leave the Argentavis in the shell, because that lip is a little bit too high for anything to climb up, unless it's right through here. So he should be fine, but I'll put him on neutral just in case. Alright, let's grab a couple pairs of flippers. Alright, so we put everything in the Argentavis and the Perlovias that we don't need with us right now. And I am going to get going. Alright, I think I've got enough speed. I'm going to get on my scuba gear. We're going to go check out these caves. Now we have to be careful because I don't want to die right away. And if somebody has turrets down there, we've just got to be aware. This would be kind of the ideal cave for me, if I could claim it. There it is. It's most definitely claimed. Alright, let's move on to the next one and see how that is. Alright, here we go. Second cave. So, second cave is claimed. Man, that's a bummer. So it's going to be a bit tricky to find a cave that's not claimed, I'm thinking. Especially up north here where everybody's cave happy. I know you can't use the one by Carno Island or Erba Island. If this one doesn't work out, we're going to go back to base, fly over to the east coast, and check those two. Alright, so we got one cave here that is semi-empty. So we might want to keep this one in mind. Caves in 6 days, that means they aren't using it, but this is just a pearl station. Now, if we take it, they're going to know right away. So we're going to have it pretty prefabbed. And even then it'll be risky, as they will have a navy and we won't. Alright, so let's go back to base and check the east caves, see which of those are free. Alright, down we go to check the next cave. He's hoping we can just find one single empty cave. There's a 280 plesiosaur by Iceberg Cave. I do have an Ascendant plesiosaur saddle. Where is this thing? Here we go. Perfect. It's totally unclaimed. Finally found one that was unclaimed. It's just off the swamp on East Coast. That's awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do is, because we can low-key move in here without anybody knowing, first thing I'm going to do is put down some gates. I do have 4 metal gates I'm going to throw in there. I think you only need dino gates for this kind of cave. Yeah, you only need dino gates. So I'm going to put down 4 of those. That is going to be awesome. Alright, so we've got our cave picked out, guys. So we're going to have a cave here. Base is still up in the air. I don't know where we're going to have base yet. Could be Iceberg, could be Obsidian Mountain, could be one of the plains, lowlands. As long as it's easy to hold, that's going to be our goal. We've got to get it up quickly. There are a lot, and I mean a lot. I want to say 15 or 16 huge bases on this map with over 100 turrets. And I think a few of those are shared by the same tribe. In other words, one tribe has 2 or 3 bases, which makes sense. But the point is they're not all raiding each other. Raids seem to be more of a deliberate, careful, I'm going to go do this, and let's all plan to do it. And it seems a lot more deliberate on this server. Maybe because you have to have the right time clock for it, and because the alphas are somewhat calm about the whole thing, I guess I would say. So that's pretty awesome. So we've got a cave. We've got a cave we can pick. We've got to claim it rather quickly because it's one of the last ones left. It's not south, which I don't care for living south. You're kind of landlocked from a lot of the resources. So, all right, we're going to fly back to base. I'm going to stow all this stuff away. So we're going to grind out the rest of the 2 times a weekend till noon tomorrow, and then hopefully we can get somewhere close to a prefab for the underwater cave. Because I kind of want that to be the first step. And I want that to have at least 70 to 90 turrets. You know, ideally we'd hit 100 before we do that. So I've got a lot of grinding ahead of me, a lot of prepping, and I might partially move in. I'm kind of laying down things so that if all my stuff gets broken, it doesn't matter. I've got all my stuff saved. I learned a lot about that on the King of the Hill server, actually, which that video is still coming out, so stay tuned for it. So yeah, this looks like it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm glad we've got that picked out. Thanks for watching, y'all. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out my Discord, and if you're interested, take a look at my Patreon. Thanks, see you next time.